Bears are exceptionally brutal animals, not only when it comes to other animals, but also when it comes to other bears, and even their own cubs. No matter their target, bears will always attack with the utmost brutality, always pushing the boundaries of violence, which is exactly what we're about to see today. Bears aren't exactly known for their good decision-making, and this one messed up pretty badly. It was just sitting on the coast like it was deep in thought about life or something. Meanwhile, two other bears were going at it in a full-on fight out in the water. They were putting on a show, throwing paws and all, but the water wasn't making it easy. Every time one of them tried to land a good hit, the water slowed them down, making the whole thing look like a slow-motion scene from a movie. Still, despite the struggle, one bear finally managed to finish the fight by taking out the other. The bear on the shore was just watching, seemingly unconcerned by the result. It didn't try to jump in to help or even attack any of the two. It simply didn't care what happens. As you can see here, there was a mother bear just chilling with her two cubs, and one of them was already injured. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a grizzly bear decided to crash the family gathering. This grizzly spots the injured cub and goes straight for it. The mom bear does everything in her power to protect her little one, throwing herself into the fight like a pro wrestler, giving it her all. Unfortunately, no amount of bear bravery could save the day. The poor cub, already hurt, couldn't take any more, and that was the end of the road for it. Male bears are much stronger than female ones, and when your opponent is an angry grizzly bear, stopping it will be near impossible, no matter how strong you are. And the poor mom never stood a chance. She did put up one heck of a fight though, but sadly, the grizzly was just too much for it. Home security systems don't stand a chance against a determined grizzly either. This video showed a black bear family hunkered down in their den, probably thinking they were safe, until a grizzly decided to turn their roof into confetti. Inside, a mother bear and her three cubs were cornered, with the mom ready to throw paws to protect her babies. One cub thought it was time for a daring escape, but that didn't go as planned. The grizzly caught it instantly, leaving the mom and the remaining two cubs to make a desperate dash for safety. While it was a rough day for one cub, at least the others lived to see another day. Nature sure doesn't play nice, but who knows? Maybe the dead cub siblings will someday avenge their fallen sibling. There were some bear cubs chilling up high in a tree, and then a deer fawn decided to crash the party. The little guy jumped the fence like it was entering a game show, only to wander a bit too close to the tree. What it didn't know was that Mama Bear was lurking in the tall grass nearby, probably doing some mom-level surveillance. You can guess what happened next. Mama Bear saw the fawn and decided to demonstrate the whole circle of life lesson to her cubs. This wasn't exactly a Disney moment though, more like a nature documentary with some serious intensity. At least we can say the cubs are learning. Too bad that another creature's newborn had to pay with its life for it though. Remember this when you want to complain about your student loans next time. The poor fawn paid for someone else's education with its own life. Here's a small bear cub that found itself face to face with a grizzly bear. And as soon as it did, things quickly turned ugly. The grizzly wasted no time, attacking the cub with terrifying force. The cub didn't stand a chance, and the grizzly soon ended its life. Afterward, the grizzly grabbed the cub in its mouth and carried it toward the water, as if it had somewhere to be with the cub's lifeless body in tow. It was a brutal moment, but that's how nature works. There's no room for the weak. The bloodthirsty bear had to eat, and the cub just happened to be in the way. How unfortunate. In this video, a couple of bear cubs were playing up in a tree, having the time of their lives. Everything seemed fine until they decided to come down for a bit. One bear, with not so great intentions, started eyeing one of the cubs. The cub, sensing something off, took off running and climbed back up the tree for safety. But this bear wasn't giving up so easily. It followed the cub right up the tree, caught up to it, and killed it. Then, without any hesitation, the bear took the cub in its mouth and walked away. This is a great example of why you should never trust strangers, not even in the wild. One cub was smarter than the rest and it never came down. That cub got to live. This cub was in no shape to fight back, looking like it had already had a rough day. Without hesitation, a vicious grizzly grabbed the cub, killing it without breaking a sweat. It then started carrying the small body away, probably thrilled that it had just secured a decent meal. I don't think that the grizzly was the cub's mom, but then again, anything is possible with these bloodthirsty monsters. This was likely a male bear, since male bears tend to kill cubs that aren't theirs. It's their way of getting rid of competition, sort of like how lions operate. Brutal. But that's just how things are in the wild, unfortunately. A big brown bear sat by the side of the road with its little cubs here, and one of its cubs was injured. The cubs were playing around when suddenly, the bear decided it was done with being peaceful and attacked a nearby parked car. Without wasting a second, the driver panicked and hit the gas, racing away like their life depended on it, which honestly, it kinda did. The bear went back to its cubs, and that man learned an important lesson about dealing with unpredictable animals. While this bear was out with its cubs for lunch, things got tense pretty fast. They couldn't agree on where to eat, so naturally, an argument broke out. The road seemed like a good spot to settle their differences, and there they were, right by the side of it, like a typical dysfunctional family, trying to sort their differences out with a fight. After some back and forth, mostly growling and some paw pointing, they decided that maybe the road wasn't the best place for lunch after all. So, like any family who can't pick a restaurant, they turned around and headed back into the forest, where hopefully the lunch options were more bear-friendly. When this mother bear found herself in a fight for her cub's life with another bear, it tried hard to protect her baby, throwing everything she had at the attacker. But no matter how much she pushed it away, it kept coming back. At one point, she even managed to chase it off, making you think things might end well. But no, it returned and things took a brutal turn when it overpowered her, eventually killing and eating the cub. Two bears were going at it like it was the final round of some wild wrestling match here. They were clawing and smacking each other around by the side of the road, not having a care in the world. The fight got so intense that they rolled right onto the road itself, still swatting at each other like it was their full-time job. Meanwhile, off in the distance, another creature just stood there, quietly watching the whole thing unfold. These two fighting bears eventually ran off, still throwing punches as they disappeared into the distance. The quiet observer? It just stayed back, likely enjoying the free entertainment without getting its paws dirty.
Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.